Have you ever felt that a relationship drains you instead of energizing you? Have you ever left a conversation feeling more confused, smaller, sadder, without knowing why? Maybe you're not exaggerating. Maybe you're stuck in a toxic relationship. And today we're going to open our eyes, our hearts, and the exit doors. This video is not about pointing fingers. It's about helping you recognize, understand, and free yourself from the bonds that drain your soul. Because you deserve relationships that nourish you, not wear you down. A toxic relationship is one in which one or both partners end up being repeatedly emotionally harmed. There aren't always screams or blows. Sometimes it's much more subtle. Punishing silences, hurtful sarcasm, manipulation disguised as love. And the most dangerous thing is that you get used to it. You adapt. You convince yourself that this is what love is like. Did you know this shocking fact? According to the American Psychological Association, more than 60% of people in toxic relationships don't recognize the pattern until after several years. Why? Because toxicity is often mixed with affection, history, and emotional dependence. Here are some signs you should take very seriously. If you identify with two or more, it's time to take a deep look. You feel guilty about everything. You are afraid to express your feelings. Your self-esteem has declined since you have been with this person. There is control disguised as concern. Who are you with? Why aren't you answering me? You feel like you are walking on eggshells to avoid conflict. You are isolated from your friends, family, or goals. There is constant emotional manipulation. After everything I've done for you. And no, this doesn't only happen in romantic relationships. There are also toxic friendships, work relationships, and even family relationships where love is used as a weapon. Why do we stay? Staying in a toxic relationship is not a lack of intelligence. It is a combination of unhealed wounds. The wound of abandonment. The need for approval. The fear of being alone. The normalization of emotional abuse since childhood. Often that painful bond touches old nerves, an absent father, a critical mother, a childhood without validation. And without realizing it, we seek to correct that history with the wrong partner. But you are not here to repeat the wound. You are here to break the pattern. Often, a toxic relationship doesn't start out that way. At first, everything seems intense, almost magical. You are showered with attention, promises, and a connection that seems unique. This is called love bombing, and it is a common tactic in dysfunctional relationships, giving a lot at first, then controlling trough deprivation. And when that attention disappears, you do everything you can to get it back. You wonder what you did wrong, you try harder, you keep quiet more, and you put up with more. That's the cycle. 1. Idealization. 2. Devaluation. 3. Intermittent reward. 4. Emotional confusion. And do you know what feeds it? Hope. The hope that that person will go back to being the way they were in the beginning. But often, that never comes back. Because it was never real. Now, what is the silent price of a toxic relationship? Sometimes the price is not visible, but it can be felt. You lose your sparkle. You censor yourself. You abandon your projects. You disconnect from your friends. Your body somatizes: insomnia, anxiety, stomach aches, chronic fatigue. A Harvard study showed that people exposed to chronic negative relationships have a 40% higher risk of developing depression or anxiety disorders. Misguided love also makes you sick. And that's not love. True love doesn't crush you. It doesn't manipulate you. It doesn't punish you with silence. It doesn't make you feel inferior. If you have to lose yourself to stay, then that place is not for you. So, what is the way out? How do you free yourself from a toxic relationship? 1. Recognition. What is not named cannot be transformed. 2. Honest dialogue, if possible. Express how you feel without attacking or justifying yourself. 3. Ask for help. You don't have to do it alone. Therapists, support groups, and friends who love you. 4. Set firm boundaries. Your peace of mind is not negotiable. 5. Action plan. If there is violence, prepare a safe exit. If it's emotional, start by distancing yourself. A study by Yale University revealed that people who break toxic relationships experience a 60% improvement in their mental health in the first 6 months. That's vital energy returning to you. And after leaving, what's next? Leaving a toxic relationship is not the end. It's the beginning of reconnecting with yourself. Start talking to yourself with kindness. Journal about what you've learned. Work on your self-esteem and emotional wounds. Remember who you were before that relationship burned you out. Not all stories that end are failures. Some are necessary liberations. If this video resonated with you, you are not alone. I send you a hug from here, and I tell you something you may not have heard in a long time. You deserve relationships where you don't have to beg for respect. You deserve love without pain. And you deserve peace, even if that means starting over. Subscribe if you're on the path to healing. Share this video with someone who needs to open their eyes or their heart. And remember, freeing yourself is not selfish. It's self-love.